this wide brown land, seen a thing or two. From the great outback on the beaten track, let me share it now with you. All Aussie adventures, pack up your swag, let's go. All Aussie adventures, all Aussie adventures, time to hit the road.
We were about to wake up and discover another lovely day in the wilderness. The sun was shining and there was scenic scenery as far as the eye could see. And with binoculars, even further.
After a cosy night's sleep in the wonderful outback, it's always hard to get up in the morning. But it's not the hardest thing. With a perilous journey ahead of us, we needed all the sleep we could get.
So on our trip this time, what me and the lads decided was, it's time to go out and catch the red-eyed, yellow-bellied, purple-fin snapper. Now this snapper hasn't been caught in 50 generations, dating back to the days of Burke and Wills.
But all too soon, it was time to hit the road.
Track, let me share it now with you. All Aussie adventures.
We're heading all over Australia, starting from SA, heading up to NT. Also bypassing WA, QLD and VIC in the middle. With a quick stop off at TAS. But, you know, we're ready for the big ride and we've got the big rigs out.
This is a very dangerous breed of wild dog. Generally, they hunt in packs, but sometimes by themselves, or even in pairs. They usually hunt during the day, but sometimes at night.
Here in the outback, you've got to find any resource you can to start a good fire. Keep away animals and all sorts of baddies at night time. Oh, look what you just happened to come across. Wow, don't you just love what Mother Nature gives you?
Right here, I'm going to start a fire with Mother Nature's mineral turpentine. So get started first. All you need to do, we've got a bit of kindling here and oh yeah! Let me just start off with the good old handy dandy lighter trick.
So, with our successful fire attempt, we sit around the fire and enjoy a good blokes bonding session.
But all too soon, it was time to hit the road. You know, I'm a man of simple taste. I only like two types of music, and that's country and western.
Sometimes it can be really difficult to find bush tucker out here in the wilderness, but then you come across a beauty like this.
But when you do find it, it's a big morale booster. Pound for pound, this burger has more protein than an army ant.
But all too soon, it was time to hit the road.
Currently driving along the Mitchell track, named after the famous explorer, Mr. Track.
Oh, what are they looking at?
Oh, just a couple of good looking roosters.
Sometimes out here in the wilderness, you might get yourself into a little bit of a jimmy. And that's where a winch like this comes into hand. Obviously, pull it out, like so. Find yourself a nice sturdy tree like this. Yeah? Wrap it around, like that. Yep, nice and strong. So after we've got it all set up, look to the tree, we're ready to go.
seen a thing or two. From the great outback on the beaten track, let me share it now with you. All Aussie adventures, pack up your swag, let's go. All Aussie adventures.
When we go fishing, we go all out. Full camo gear so the fish don't see us.
Here in the outback we have some big pest problems, and that calls for a big pest solution. Oh, crikey. I think we should leave that one, boys.
Let's go.
As you can see, I got an Australian swag here, which is most preferred by most Australian campers. So what you're going to do is peg it down properly. I've got a sharp twig, and if you don't peg it down properly, you don't know where you'll end up. Tighten it up, should be good to go.
After another crazy night's sleep, it was time to get up.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Bugger, mustn't have put the tent pegs in properly.
Just in front of us here we got some wedge-tailed eagles. And their name comes from their tail being in the shape of a wedge. And the fact that it's an eagle. Beautiful. As a general rule of thumb when it comes to water, always make sure that you take plenty with you. And as a principle, make sure you always have 1 litre per person per hour, per degree over 25 degrees, halve that depending on your body weight, plus a litre at the start and end.
But all too soon, it was time to hit the road.
Today we're going to be looking at some flora and fauna, and if we're lucky, some plants and animals too.
After a much eventful journey, it all finally came to an end. It was a wild time with some wild men. We all came out as stronger individual men.
I've been around this white brown land, seen a thing or two. From the great outback on the beaten track, let me share it out with you. All Aussie adventures, pack up your swag, let's go. All Aussie adventures. All Aussie adventures,